Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Assistant Professor Ramdas Pandit Bhasar. In this video, we are going to study about the precision, and that is the agreement among several results obtained in the same way. If you are doing some kind of analysis, that times you are getting same values. So that is the reproducibility of measurements. And in this way, a set of replicate data may be expressed as standard deviation, variance, and coefficient of variations. If you get like this data and you have to identify from this data the which one is more precise set. Now you can see here two sets are given. Okay, so how will you decide which set is more precise? Now you can see with the help of these diagrams you can easily identify the which set is more precise. Now the precise sets the measurements should be close to each other and the same way. And in this diagram you can see here the 1, 2, 3, 4 measurements are close to each other and they are same way. That means you can say here the first set is the more precise than second set. In this way we have seen up to this video precisions and accuracy. Now in front of you two diagrams are here. In the first diagram you can see here three measurements have taken. Second diagrams again three measurements are there. Okay, now what is the meaning of these diagrams? At the center the true value will be there. Okay, that means the high accuracy is there because the three measurements are close to each other and near to the true values, and as well as high precision because all their measurements are close to each other. Now what about the second diagrams? In this diagram you can see high precision because they are close to each other and same way. Okay, and next one is low accuracy. Why? Because they are away from the center or the true value. Okay, like this we have to remember difference between these two things. And now the precision we can express by four ways. In that the first one is the deviation. The deviation means the numerical difference between an individual result and the means or average of the result is called as deviation. The formula for the deviation is delta is equals to x minus x bar. The x stands for value of individual results and x bar is equals to mean value of the result. So with the help of this formula we can calculate the deviation. And second one is the average deviation, or we can call the mean deviations, and it is also denoted by bar delta or delta bar. Okay, in this the average of all the deviations for the members of a set of data without regards to the sign is called the average deviations. The formula for the average deviation is the delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta 3 and so on divided by n minus 1, and n stands for the number of measurements. So in this way, by using this formula we can calculate the average deviations. Third one is the standard deviations. In that the square root of the sum of the squares of the deviations divided by 1 less than the number of measurements in the set. And the formula for the standard deviation is the under root of delta 1 square plus delta 2 square plus delta 3 square plus and so on divided by n minus 1. The S stands for standard deviations. Delta 1 square plus delta 2 square plus delta 3 square is equals to the individual deviations. The n stands for the number of measurements and n minus 1 stands for number of deviations. So above all the formulas using, how will you calculate the problems or how will you solve the problems? In that you can see here one example is given for you, that in the first column the percentage of Fe in the samples, some readings are given, and addition of all these readings, that means your will be mean values. Okay, and that total values divided by 4 you will get accurate mean values. And second one is the deviations, the subtraction of these values from these values you will get simply deviation, that is 0.44. You have to calculate the average or mean deviations. Simply you will take this value divided by 4, so you will get 0.11, and the square root by using these values or formula, and you have to calculate this simply like this. Okay, and standard deviations, you have seen the formula is given. Okay, now by using this formula you can simply calculate the standard deviations. And last one is the relative mean deviation. It is also called as relative standard deviation. In that you can see the average deviations divided by the mean value of the result is called relative mean deviations, and formula for the relative mean deviation is the average deviation divided by mean value of the result into 100. Whatever the calculation or whatever the value will be there, that will be in a percentage.